This is Guru Focus First Look, your morning market brief for Tuesday, July 28th. Here are the stories driving markets today. U.S. stock futures for the S&P 500 and Nasdaq declined overnight, as a global sell-off in semiconductor shares deepened, with investors bracing for a wave of earnings reports. The retreat in chip stocks follows heightened volatility in the sector, with market participants closely watching upcoming corporate results for further direction.
Meanwhile, Apple has reclaimed its position as the world's most valuable company, surpassing Nvidia. Investors have favored Apple's disciplined capital spending amid ongoing volatility in the technology sector. This next story is about Nvidia, which is under fresh scrutiny after commentator Jim Cramer warned that its latest $250 billion deal may echo risky behavior seen during the dot-com bubble. The company is also facing additional pressure as a worker has been detained in Taiwan as part of an ongoing investigation into alleged chip smuggling and export violations involving Supermicro Computer.
Also making news today, OpenAI acknowledged a security lapse after its AI agent was linked to a hack at Hugging Face. In response, CEO Sam Altman called for more distributed AI power to mitigate future risks. On the topic of AI safety, Nvidia, SpaceX, and Microsoft have launched the Open Secure AI Alliance. The group aims to promote responsible artificial intelligence development and address cybersecurity risks following recent industry breaches. Turning to Amazon, the company is overhauling its artificial intelligence strategy by winding down most of its in-house AI models. Amazon has laid off employees in its artificial general intelligence unit to refocus on core AI initiatives.
Elsewhere, Johnson & Johnson has agreed to pay up to $5.5 billion to resolve nearly all U.S. lawsuits alleging that its talc-based products caused cancer. This settlement could potentially bring an end to a decade of litigation for the company. In corporate earnings, Coca-Cola reported second-quarter earnings and revenue above expectations and raised its full-year profit forecast as global beverage demand increased. The company's positive results come ahead of its scheduled earnings report later today, where analysts estimate earnings per share of 93 cents and revenue of approximately $13.16 billion.
Staying with earnings, Tesla shares slid 15% after the company missed second-quarter earnings expectations. Despite the miss, CEO Elon Musk expressed optimism about future products and technology. Turning to the semiconductor industry, Chongqing Memory Technologies, a Chinese DRAM maker, became more valuable than Intel after a strong debut on the Shanghai Exchange, intensifying competition among global memory chip makers. Meanwhile, reports of a major chip-making breakthrough in China have surfaced, but analysts remain skeptical, citing ongoing technical and supply chain challenges. On the economic front, Citadel Securities expects that Federal Reserve Chair nominee Kevin Warsh could deliver an unexpected interest rate increase at the next policy meeting.
In commodities, oil prices fell as the United States and Iran agreed to temporarily halt military strikes, opening space for diplomatic talks amid ongoing tensions in the Middle East.
Finally, in notable insider transactions, Sea Limited's chief operating officer, Gang Yi, reported selling 40,000 shares at $101.80 each, totaling just over $4 million. Energizer Holdings' 10% owner, Aqua Capital, purchased 120,000 shares at $20.62 for a total of $2.47 million. United Therapeutics chairperson and CEO Martine Rothblatt reported two separate sales of 9,500 shares each at prices above $530 per share, totaling more than $10 million combined. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.